Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. You know how we do. Before we get started, we like to compliment you and thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, can you do us a solid and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and do not forget to leave your comments down in the comment section. And you know that there can be no start of any video without the acknowledgement of our very own CU aunties, internet aunties, the ladies who always got our back no matter what. And they dang on for sure got Shedeur's back. So if you see them in the comment section or in the chat while we are live, make sure you say what's up. Make sure you acknowledge them and show them the love and respect that they deserve. But y'all know how we do. I got me a small snack, got me a drink. But while we getting this snack and this drink, we gonna have us a conversation. Welcome to the lunch table. And it's been a few days. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. But Stephen A. Smith went completely off about Shedeursanders and the lack of reps that he's been getting with the Cleveland Browns. We all know that Cleveland has not given Shedeursanders the reps with the first team. But it's not just that. We all know that he's earned the reps. He has shown that he is able to complete the passes, to call the plays, to run the plays. Our main question is, when are we going to see Shedeur with the first team? Not playing against the first team defense, but playing with the first team offense altogether. We talking Jerry Jeudy, Njoku, those people that are going to start the game. When are we going to see him throwing to them being blocked by that offensive line? That's what we want to know. We want to know when all of that's going to happen. But our boy, Stephen A. Smith was on ESPN First Take the other day with our guy Louis Riddick and one of his partners, Mad Dog Russo. And Stephen A. Smith, I don't know if he did it intentionally. I don't know if he did it by accident. But he said that we know why Shedeursanders dropped in that draft. We heard those. I heard from people that, but I ain't going to tell you what he said. I'm going to let you hear him. We like to get it from the horse's mouth. We don't like rumor. We don't like he say, she say. We don't like we heard it from over here. We only get it from the source.
He could be doing that, but here's why it's also a problem. And this is one thing that I will brag on myself about with seriousness. The one thing that I do is work. Now, Adam Schefter and other, these are the ultimate insiders, and I defer to them. They will know, they've forgotten more than I know in terms of their sources, their context, whatever. But damn it, I have a few. And I talk to a lot of people in the world of sports, a lot of power brokers, a lot of people that are decision makers and whatever. I heard a lot about what was going on with Shedeursanders coming into the draft. And I will contest to you, I will proclaim to you on national television that so much of what happened to Shedeursanders at draft day to drop to the 144th pick, a fifth rounder, when initially he was projected to be a top 2 or 3 quarterback taken in the draft, for all of that to happen to him, that was a slight, those were people that were hell bent on making sure that Deionsanders didn't get his way. And they went and they punished his son to punish him. Deion knows it. I know it. Anybody with sense know it. We've all heard it covering this league. And that had a lot to do with it. It was personal, and it wasn't some collusion that was going on. They didn't have to, because universally they felt, they watched the interviews, they saw the way Deion Sanders was speaking or whatever, and that's what broke his heart. I'm telling you what I know. It broke his heart because he knew there's no way that his son was going to fall to a 5th round if it wasn't for people that was taking shots at him. We understand what's going on here. That's why Haslam was in his car on a Friday talking about, I can't see it happening, because they weren't going to let it happen.
Now, this all stemmed from Jimmy Haslam and his press conference trying to walk back that he had nothing to do with Shedeursanders being drafted in the 5th round. But Stephen A. Smith made sure to insert that wasn't no collusion. Stephen A. smart. He know how to stay out of that trouble. Now, I've done this video the day of when Stephen A. made that statement, and it was blocked completely, globally, worldwide. Nobody could see it. So we running it back. And ESPN, this one might have slipped through the cracks, because Stephen A. Smith said, hey, we know they were telling us that, no, we ain't letting Shedeur out, especially not out of the 1st round. We're not drafting him. It was Stephen A. Smith said it wasn't collusion. But I say it was collusion, because if it's a group of us and we're all doing the same thing to prevent somebody else from achieving a common goal, then it's collusion. If it's 5 of us, if it's 6 of us and we're trying to prevent that 6th person, it's 5 of us trying to prevent the last person from achieving their goal, from getting to a prospective spot, then that's collusion. No matter how you put it, we didn't get on the phone and talk to each other about it. We already put the bat signals out on what we were doing. But it is what it is. But as I've always said, in Cleveland, Shedeur is not a 5th round draft pick. The Cleveland Browns know it. They only treat him as such on the field. Off the field, hey, we trying to get all the money we can get off of his popularity. On the field, off the field, he's not a 5th round draft pick. Off the field, he's their best commodity. Off the field, if he's a 5th round draft pick, then why is he featured on your website? Why does he have t-shirts and hats? Why is his jersey selling better than anybody else on your team? If he's a 5th round draft pick, how many others 5th round draft picks you know that in training camp, in the team's merch shop, that your 5th round draft pick has a home and away jersey, and your number 1 player on your team, your most dominant player on your team, only has 1 jersey featured in your merch shop. Your best receiver, 1 jersey featured in your merch shop. But front and center is your 5th round draft pick quarterback with his home and away jersey featured in your merch shop. But you want to keep telling me that he's a 5th round draft pick and he's not being treated the same as others when it comes to playing football. Every evaluation before the draft said Shedeur was a 1st round draft pick, either the number 1 quarterback or the number 2 quarterback in the draft. And those were all professional football evaluators. All said that Shedeur was the most NFL ready quarterback in the draft. And it shows when it comes to the play on the field in practice, whether he's practicing with the 2s, against the 2s, with the 3s, against the 3s, or even against the first team defense. Every time he takes the field, he's better than any other quarterback you have on your team. So we're still trying to figure out what's the problem. And the Cleveland media is throwing a tantrum because the outside noise is getting louder, and it's going to continue to get louder because you're not going to tell us that he's a 5th-round draft pick, and our eyes are telling us that he's better than everything else you have on your team. See, you can tell us one thing, but we see what's taking place. We watching it just like you watching it. Even your stat tracker tells us that he has performed better than all 3 of the other quarterbacks that are on your team. Our question is simply, why hasn't he gotten the first team reps? He's earned them. He's shown to be the best. So why isn't he playing with the best players that you have on your team? That's the only question we have. Kevin Stefanski said that it would be a fair quarterback competition. We have yet to see it because Dylan Gabriel has been taking reps with the ones since OTAs and minicamp. And here we are a week into training camp, and Shedeursanders has yet to take one live rep with the first team offense. So once again, what's your definition of fair? But we'll let you determine that. Like I said, it is what it is. We're going to get out of here, man. I'm kind of full. I ain't got no more juice left. But before we get out of here, do us a solid and hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave your comment down in the comment section. I got to clean this table off because we done had our lunch, and I'm a little bit full. I might go take a nap. But camp has started, and we'll be back with another one. So thank you for joining us at the lunch table. We're going to holler at y'all. Peace.